The video began. Have you noticed? Have you seen it? Were you watching the clock? Or are you watching what's going to come up on the screen? Almost like the same thing. You see the clock start, but if you don't look at the screen, and there's no voice, of course, otherwise we'd all be like dumbbells. Dumbbells? Wow! All them big strong men who take all them drugs to shoot up their arm, they pick up them dumbbells and they become one of them. Oh, it's limp and lame and it can't play the game in the sexual way. Insane. Hold on a second. I hear someone calling. Yes? You want to come into the joint? Inhale? Okay. I took a puff because I wanted to. So I'm telling you this and you're going, like, I don't give an F. That's okay. You can shut me off right now. I came on here to play. I came on here to see what I can do when I take a puff. You ever see that new thing in the world besides, I'm just going to write down over here, puff, and I drew this. Did you draw this? I drew this. Okay, now I will show you something. Okay, here it is. Now I'm speaking English, but sometimes I tell you things in French. So that, you see, if my video is not so bad, or if it was bad and you rated it at 50%, you can never rate it higher than 50%, or really any lower, because it's half and half. Half French, half English, but not all the time. But you got to think it all the time, that you'll hear it, and I'll tell it to you. Well, I'm not going to tell you anything, but I'm going to, hold on a second. I hear someone calling. Who? Mike? Yes, I know a Mike. What is that? You have the cafe, Mike's Cafe. Well, I don't know, but how about I invite you over, Mike, and see what you taste like. Mike's Cafe. Here's the mic, MNC. Who's the MC for the night? That's all you have to know. So if MC has the mic, the CNC makes the creation. 13CC 133316. And don't be mistaken with the E, because the E drawn that way is a 3. The E drawn this way is a W. If the E is drawn this way, it's an M. If the E is drawn this way, it's going the wrong way. You know why it'd be going the wrong way? Well, let me show you what happens. 2 E and E. 2 E's met up, and they had something to say. Somehow, they connected, not to the spaces, but watch. You see what happened to 33? It comes in and either and either. There's other ways to do this, of course, but these are males. These are males. The circle enveloped the males, okay, so that they can come together and have 2 males touching. And you just block it off on one side, and we've now locked the 2 males, so now we can transfer the energy from one side to the other side. They took the female, well, the males went in both ends, but they went in both ends to meet the other male. I guess it's only in a female that they would know. Put it in! I want to meet the other end. Well, the other end is an egg. Now, wait a second. You went into the hole and bumped into the egg. Now, who swallowed who? As the egg grew, the sperm was stretched, the envelope. Jeune, it means I won. I won. Just the sound of I says I letter, 9th letter in the alphabet that I know, and won. Why one? In French is one. If you put an L with it, it'd be a lune. And then you'd say you'd have 1 moon. We have 2 F's above it. In fun. I'm having fun. N-E is the birth or the entrance. N-E. 14 and 5 is 19. And not only that, listen to this. N. Wow. I heard the E in there, and then I heard a sound that said N. I don't know what it sounds like. I know what it sounds like, but I'm not quite sure what it is. So I look at it and it looks like this. And that was the end. And they said you got to add 1 to it. And I said, whoa, that looks like an ace. And a 2. And now it looks like a P. And oh my God, it turns into a B. But if we now scratch out this, and we now scratch out this, we end up with a D. So you want to see why AC/DC is this year? I'm going to show you why AC/DC is this year. It's pretty much simple. Here you go, AC/DC. A, the whole letter, D, C. Now you can turn it into other letters. You can say, well, up here is the part of the P. We won't count this in. We'll now have a P. But we have AC/DC. So we have the whole A is 1. We have the C is 4. 1 and 3 is 4. And the D equals 4. So AC equals D. What does D have to go? Well, D is part of A. So we have AC/DC. AC is 1 and 3 and 4 and 3. So what you have is 1 and 3 equals 4. And what was that other one? DC. 4 and 3 equals 7. So now what you have, okay, in the whole entire thing is now you have to add it over again. 7 and 7 is 14 plus 1. Why do we go to 1? Because everything has to have a spirit within it. But I'm going to show you what it looks like on paper. 1 and 3 is AC. AC equals D. D must equal C as D equals A. Don't get me wrong, because don't forget the dice, the dots on the dice. Can I find the dots on the dice? I found the monkey. Oh, I got a monkey and a prick. You know why? Because that point. You see? Oh, I fell on the floor. I'll probably step on it. Good enough. Don't laugh now. Laugh later. As you're going to take a shower tonight, eating your supper, think of me finishing this video, getting up, and stepping on that thumbtack. Like I'm going to remember. How am I going to remember about that thumbtack? It's the same way I'm going to remember is what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Anyways, we're going to go back to what I believe we were talking about. You have to remember yourself. You can turn the tape back. I can't do this. I got to end it, and at the end, that's it for this tape. So now we have this. 1 and 3, AC equals D. 4 and 3, 4 and 3, which is D and C, okay, equals G. So now we have 7 and 3 is 10, 7 and 4 is 11, 7 and 4 is 11, 7 and 3 is 10, 7 and 1 is 8. And you only get that because there's only one area of 8. And there's 8 eyes on the queens in the picture cards in usually most North American packs of deck. But anyways, we end up at 7 and 4, and in the gematria wheel, okay, this row here in the center equals 74. In the roulette board, on 36 numbers, 74 shows up in here. How? 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29, 32, 35. What adds up is that the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 1 and 1 is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 12, 13, 14, is that right? 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, okay, like I said, 14, 1 and 4 is 5, 5 is 5, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 23, 2 and 3 is 5, 14 is 5, 5 is 5, so you have 3 of them. When you add up the next one, you reach 32, 3 and 2 is 5, 32 plus the next area of the red 5, the passage, the fan of the back end, the Greek 5. 5, 14, 23, 32 equals 74. Jesus and the cross both equal 74. There are other things about it. I don't have them on the top of my mind. The other thing I want to mention is that in the other line, I'm just trying to remember where the other line is. The 74 is center. Now where the 7 is, okay, where the 7 is on your telephone, where the 7 key is, okay, if I remember right, the S, the R, the Q, and the P. 33, PQ, which is the command and the creation of the PQ. R is 18. 51, area 51. S is 19 equals 70. 7 on the letter G. You're working out to number 70. This would be 70 now. The 0 on top of this. The 0 on top of it becomes the letter R from 70. Highway 70, Kansas City, splits with 35, runs down to Texas, and that's what we get. We get 105 running down the 35 highway to Texas from this R. It also reaches out to make 88 and connects down to Highway 93, if I remember, off Highway 15 out of New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, something like that. No, not Arizona, but anyways, unless it touches at the... anyways, we're not going to bring that up. We're coming from underneath. So anyways, we end up with 70. 0 is Highway 35. 3 and 5, or 7 and 5, each reach the 1010 world. 70 plus half this, or 1.5 because of the egg, is 105. 105th day of the year was April 15th, if I remember correctly, down in Boston in the years of 1771. 0 is 1 because it's 101, 171. Why is 101? For one of the reasons is that if I make a mark inside 0, I now have 2 halves that look like 4. They've now created that they're touching what each letter says. I'm touching another letter. I now have a different value. You can now look into the Greek letter to understand this a little bit deeper, because they do have something in common. The air into the bubble. That air grinds its way in. That's the way we breathe into this world. This is not a natural world. It's a built world. It needs air. We need to breathe in the costumes we build for ourselves. These human bodies, non-replaceable, yes, exchangeable. For what we can do the best we can do. And they want to study. This new age wants to study so much about the body. They're willing to put chemicals in the air just to see what happens to us. The ones that live, they're going to bring them into the science lab. They're going to treat them all kinds of different ways because they need you. They need you. In order to take on the world and sustain longevity, they need a lot of us to test us, to change our molecules from the original skin that we came into this world. So now we get these 2 letters together, 7 and 4 from AC and BC. I'm not going to count the C part of creation, and there's a reason for this. And then I'm going to show you something else. So these 2 numbers, 7 times 4 equals 28. Month of February, and every single month is 28 days. That don't change. 7 by 4, 7 plus 4 is 11, and 28 is 39. And that's the saints come marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The saints come marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. What? She's raw? She's in the raw? No way. You mean the saints came marching in while she was in the raw? Now, something new comes to thought. Marilyn Monroe. Why did she come to me right now? She told me a story. I didn't know what it was. I'm just singing the saints come marching in, but she was in the raw. The way the story changed, I didn't do it purposely. I just go with the flow, don't you know? It's just part of the show. I don't even know sometimes. I know something's going to happen different. I'll notice it. I'm not sure about you. So anyways, now we have 7 and 4 from AC/DC, which is G. If you want to go 1 also, because A is 1, you can go DAG. You can go 7 and 4 is 28, which is actually sometimes Y. They always use that sometimes Y between alphabets. If they use the sometimes Y between alphabet, being number 28, number 1 would be A, so it'd be AY. Yeah? Anyways, okay, we're going to jump off that. 74 is the number for Jesus. 77 is for Christ. Hot and cold water. AC/DC numerology. The name of Christ is in it. What is Christ? AC/DC. Have you ever looked at AC/DC? Take a look. There's a lightning bolt. Oh my God! I gotta come back. Where's that? I'm wearing shorts, so don't get scared. Don't get scared now. Where is that? Yeah, I'm hurrying. Like, imagine this was all a test. I mean, everything I'm doing, like. And when it's over, you say, shit, should have watched it last year. Now I know the final result. Come on and enjoy. This is a made-up shirt. You see the lightning bolt? Doesn't come out. See the Rubik's Cube? See the hands? This came all together. What I did is, you see this over here? I took the heart, okay, and I needed ears for the lightning bolt because she has only one eye. You see the way she strikes? You don't think the energy doesn't split the scalp? The blue line on this side of the shirt near 86, okay, that's going in my ear. That's the part of the energy. That's that turquoise energy from the Mediterranean. It's like a salt. It's one of you get salted in your head. You're salted in your head. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's good. I got some information. Well, what kind of information did you get? Oh, you wouldn't understand. This is like only for me. He says, hey man, share. So I'm sharing. This is what I'm sharing. These are the information that come in on the Super Train Highway. Call it Super Train 55, because that's what they told me. Who told you that? I don't know, but out of the blue I had a vibration, and it was Super Train 55. So, did somebody tell me? Did I make it all up? Why would I make it up at the spur of the moment? You think I was waiting, blah, 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 blah. Super Train 55, that's what we're going to do. Because that's what I feel. It's part of that vibration of how I feel. You know, call the girl over. Al, can you come here, Al? If you don't believe in the name, it's so hard to call her. Because my ex-wife, her name, you know, because I didn't call it for so long, and now she says, well, don't call me this, call me this. Oh, shit. Can we play that game a little bit later at night? Maybe I can call you something else. He says, well, don't ever call me again. I said, all right. In fact, I just came from there. Oh, don't get too deep into the story. I didn't get deep into the situation. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, don't make it look any longer than it ain't, because it ain't long at all. Ask her. She would have known, but it's a long time ago anyways. Like I said, I didn't go. Just went over to change a few screws. Oops, and there I go again. I mean, I have the screwdriver like that just over here underneath the desk. Oh, no! I'm 3 feet from the desk. If I had my screwdriver underneath the desk, oh boy, I'd be smiling right now. Oh my God. I have to follow the dark people. This is because I wouldn't know who would have something where the door was big enough to get in. Keep away from the society. What else are we talking about? I keep telling you it's all about these. These are the 2 colors it's all about. Yellow and red. Okay? That's it. You have to figure it out yourself, whatever you want to make up. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to say is that this is the center of the 5 of Gematria, the center heart. 3, creation of this. The same way pi starts at C, the way this pi starts at 3 point. The way the creation marker on the piano. What is that, the 24th number? I'm not sure. I have to check it out. That starts on C. So it starts on C. Just like go maybe is the 3rd number. Maybe go is number 4. And but we can't do it that way. So C, 3 times 74, is 222. Hey, who opened the door? Is the teacher here yet? Wow. Don't forget about Mannix tonight at 10 p.m. What was that? The other guy, the chubbier guy? Don't remember. But Mr. T will come out. That's what you think. Now the question comes, before I continue on to show you a little bit more, I'm going to end it. It's 20 minutes. I know I missed a few other things. I mean, Boston's score, the only score I can see tonight is 6 goals total in the game. Smoke a little bit of this stuff, and Zoom! I must have taken off. So we did AC/DC, we did this, jeune, which means one birth, or a Jew. What does it mean a Jew? What does it mean a Jew? Remember I showed you this 74? Then I want to show you something again with the 74. See the jack? What is that? It's a jack, and what letter would that be? Is it jack and an L? Is it a 7? Is it LJ? What does LJ mean again? This is the third time that those numbers. Every time I think about LJ, I think of hydroelectricity. That's the first thing I think about. We did the thing on what A can do. A makes an A makes a C, and A makes a D. And inside everything like this, the envelope, if you take a look, it could be a torpedo or a U. And then the D shapes it out, and the C shapes it out. Okay, so if you want, you got your U. And at the same time, this can either say N, but it's too square. It can be your pi. Where's your pi? Where's your pi? It's between my legs. I'm an asshole. And that's all I'll ever be. The passage is open, just like you open your mouth. Imagine that food you eat goes into your mouth, and when it comes out, it stinks. Why? If you know it would stink, why did you eat it in the first place? Make us go to the bathroom. Because it's all those things that makes us live, that nourishes us. It eats that stuff and it makes it in the same particles of your body. It turns it into shit. Who does it come from? 1 or 2? 1 is Father Spirit. 2 is Mother Nature. Back to the ruins with you, you piece of shit. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. AC/DC once more. 4, 3, 7. 1 is 8. The envelope of 21 is 29. And now how do you piece out this? We already used it. So ace turns into 29, right? AC/DC. 29, 9 plus 2 is 11. If I'm not wrong, I think it's the K letter. Because if you bring everything back to the beginning, you're going to end up with the first number of everything. So 29 could never be the K. 29 has to be, 27 is 1 Rubik's Cube, because after the Y is Y. Okay, like Rubik's Cube is a separation in the center. So where does the alphabet actually envelop the center? Where is the center? Is it N, like in pi? 14, 15, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2, 6, 5, 11, 11, 11, 11. 3 times 11, 33, 33, 33, 33. But the last 65 in pi, I think it's the 7th or 8th one. 3 by 65 is 195, and that's a slice in the word aleph. Slicing to do 3, 5, and 7, which is C, E, and G. I don't know, sounds like the keg. C, E, and G. C, 3, 5, is 8, 15. Wow, I like that one. That one helped me. That one helped me. 3, 5, 7, C, E, and G. I don't know why it helped me, but it helps me figure out something. It's got number 57 in it. It's a reverse of 75. It's got 53 in it and 35, which makes 88, which reminds us back to the race that we did a few minutes ago. Oh, there's so many things. There's just so many things. And number 47, 74, 47 equals 121, which is 11 times 11, which is back to AC/DC again. Not only that, what happens is when we get CEG, the total of this is 15. The total is 15, and it equals to a circle. It equals to 15 in a circle. The circumference of one circle from 5 turned around is the inside of 2, 3, and 4. The circumference, is that what it is, or the diameter meeting at 5. I'm averaging out always. You have to remember, you always have to average out half of 1. So when you double it, you'll have the whole thing. because of the center, the pin, the record player, where we don't want to leave out the record player. We can't leave anything out. Oh my God, I just reminded myself. See what happens? I smoked a little bit of weed. Going again. Second level. Keeping it short. So what happens is, where was I with that? Oh my God. Yes, so we got to turn the clock. We got to put that. Remember, there's that little thing on the 45 inside of the middle, so we can adjust. It couldn't go. The smaller one had a bigger hole than the bigger one. Does anybody know why? Can somebody tell me why they started that way to begin with? What was it that made them begin that way? What was it that made them change it? Because when it changed, when that circle that's in the middle of the record, the spot you don't see, the spot where it gives you to put that on, why was it bigger and one was smaller? Why were the records these size? Whatever that size is, okay, whatever car you drive, whatever coffee you drink, codification, it doesn't really matter. Some things have to be put globally, like sometimes they just got to put them in a pot like this, miscellaneous. There's just some things are that way. God said, don't break your head. You're working hard enough. You're definitely onto something, and it'll all fall into place. So you take this as a grab bag. You're not sure what's in it, something that really doesn't fit somewhere, but they're all answers to something, but you don't know. They're not pieces. They're just answers on the disk inside my computer. Oh, they definitely took the penny off the market, because something in the penny, something in their mind in the penny, the 1 cent, ooh boy, crazy. So now we go back to AC/DC, we have the value of 29. Now, there's so many things to say. We have the value of 29. Okay, here it is. Now there's other stuff that I can do with this. I don't know what it is. But you have to remember who his neighbor is. Okay? He's 2 away from creation. So if he's 2 away from creation, I'm going to go 1 and 2. The first one he fell into hole. The next one he reconnected. Because the C, which is not a vowel, okay, but does have a heart, the C inside its world is part of, it's not the C, but it's the C center, okay? But the C in letter center takes up the center of the 3 card when you're playing cards. Look at the 3, look at the 2, look at the 1. They're all part of each other. So this one, when you look at the C in AC/DC, the A jumps inside a new card and he gets 2 partners, north and south. And that's called the 3 card, AC/DC. And then what happened is each card split themselves in half, okay, except for the center. Center is always center regardless. When you split them in half, they're still going to be center anyways. And when it's turning, it's on this side or that side, this side or the other side. The hole, there's no up and down in the hole. There's a passage, there's a hole in it so you can connect something. AC/DC. D, everybody knows the D. Doesn't everybody know the D? I wish I was able to find what I really wanted to find right away. Instead of having to sort of like split things upside down. How come I can't find the dice? Oh, I think there's one. Oh my God. Oh God. My purse! I got one. See what happens on a dice. Here's the 4. Here's the 3. See the way it's standing up on this angle, the roof, the angle of the roof? If you did it this way, it would end up 2 on the 4. You can't put it on the 4, you got to put it here. You understand what I'm saying? See the 4 dots here? If you look exactly on the other side, the 2 dots will always be opposite of the 4 dots. On the card, it stands up this way, in which it splits and they come onto the sides. There is no one spirit. This is like building. Now, is the dice supposed to be like this or like this? Because like this, it's 2, 4, 6, 8. But like this, it's 1379. The 5 is always center of any of them, so it doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter. And when you're writing, if you write 5, don't forget, because you wrote the total after that this 5 don't count. You had to put something in the sticks that counted part of your work because it took time in order to get from here to there to here. It did. So now we have this and that, and talking about number 74. Just remember, okay, let me try and write this if I could. So this is what we have. Looks like we have Jack 7. Can we call it anything else? What can this card be? What if I put it very close to Jack? I'm going to put it close to Jack, and there we go. We just put it close to Jack. Here's Jack, and it's almost like, hey man, it's like down the road. Well, what is these become? What does this become? I see it. Look at the triangle. It's almost like the letter R, almost like the letter R. Maybe I didn't do it right. Let me see it. Oh no! It becomes itself again. Look at that. It can also say JD. See the way it says G the long way? JD, 10, J, Jesus, D. JD, number 14. Wow. Anyways, I can't really give you a better answer to that suckier answer I just gave you. I did tell you, another thing, 74, 37, 39. I'm just trying to remember. I may have went off my beaten path. Just trying to see what it can be. I don't know. I can't figure it out. This is it. What does it mean? Does a jack have to look like this? Does it have to have a tail up, or does it just go this way? T7, J7. See, it reads out like a number. I don't like that. But anyways, whatever it is, we have the 7-4, and that's part of AC/DC. And the reason you don't have to say anything else, because there's no way to get 4 unless you add 1 and 3, spirit to spirit. There's no way to get 7. Now, if we're talking in houses, right? But there's no way to a real 7 unless you punch this with this. That's the only way to a real 7. Not only that, they all make a 7. Now, which number would Jesus be in 7? He would be the 2-5. We would be the heart of life, the 1 and the 6. And we'd be the 7 inside that comes together. Anyways, there's many ways to look at it. It's all 7. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. That's it. That's all, folks. Thanks for watching.